Good afternoon. The investigation into the murder of Kabil Abdulkhadir has advanced, and we have identified an offender. Mahamoud Abdulwal Diri, born July 23, 1990, who's 25 years old, is currently wanted for the offense of first-degree murder. A Canada Wide Warrant has been issued for his arrest. We have also arrested a male party identified as Abdullahi Ali Farah. He's 20 years old, and he stands charged with the offense of accessory after the fact to murder in relation to this homicide. We learned that the offender arrived in the area of 525 Bay Street in a rented blue Elantra. The arrival is captured on video, as is the vehicle fleeing southbound on Bay Street after the shooting. A third male is also wanted on outstanding warrants of arrest for other serious offenses that predate the August 9th incident. He's been identified as Hassan Abduli. His date of birth is 1989, October. Mr. Abduli is an associate of the deceased. The warrants are a 23 division matter and are unrelated to this investigation. However, members of 52 Division Major Crime are in the process of obtaining further arrest warrants for Mr. Hassan Abduli relating to various weapons charges stemming from his actions at the time of the murder. It is alleged that Mr. Abduli returned gunfire as the suspect Blue Elantra fled from the crime scene. He will be facing charges to reflect firing a weapon in public. This homicide remains a very active investigation and is very fluid. There are still witnesses who have yet to come forward to police who were in the company of the deceased that evening. Anyone identified as assisting Mr. Deary in evading arrest will also be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Efforts are being made to locate and arrest him.
Outside the hotel?
It did.
It was on the street?
It was on the street, in the middle of Bay Street, right out front of the hotel.
And there was reports of like 8 shots fired. Do you know how many shots were fired?
I'm not going to get into the exact details of what occurred. We do have somebody that's presently before the courts on the accessory after the fact to murder charge. We are currently looking for an associate of the deceased who returned fire, and those are going to be matters that are going to be fleshed out at trial.
They were staying at the hotel, right? There's no relation to the hotel, or do you know if they
Again, they had just arrived at the location.
just arrived?
Any clear idea on motive at all at this point?
There is a pre-existing dispute between the deceased and the offender, Mr. Deary.
Dispute related to what?
Well, I'm not going to get into the exact nature of the dispute, only that it pre-existed, obviously, pre-existing baggage between the two.
About the suspect for whom the warrant has been arrested, whether how dangerous he is, that kind of stuff.
Yes, members of the public are cautioned not to approach Mr. Deary. We believe he is armed and dangerous. Anybody with information can naturally call Crime Stoppers, 911, the homicide directly, or the Toronto Police Service.
Do you believe he's still in the Toronto area, or do you think he may have fled elsewhere?
We're not sure where he is. He is a Toronto resident.
You say dispute. Is this a gang-related activity?
I think it's a personal issue between the two of them.
How did you track, or how did you identify him?
Mr. Deary?
Yes.
As I said, well, again, I'm not going to get into the exact details of our investigation because it is very active. There's still a lot of work for us to do. We are hoping that individuals who were in the company of Kabil at that evening will come forward and provide a lot of information, but there was a great deal of video that we reviewed and analyzed.
So are you saying that the victim's friends who were with him that night, or acquaintances or associates, that they are not cooperating with you?
Well, they haven't come forward to police.
Can you talk about the recent spate of gun violence? I know that the chief commented on it this morning, but I mean, you're covering these all the time and trying to figure them out. Can you talk about
No, I'm not going to get into, the recent gun violence. It's unrelated to this, this investigation.
Are there other actual suspects that may have either fired in retaliation or have been involved in shooting the victim, or is it clear that the man on the left there is the only person who is in position of being accused of first-degree murder?
There are a number of individuals that we're in the process of identifying. We'll call them persons of interest. And as it stands now, these are the individuals that the Toronto Police Service are willing to move forward or are prepared to move forward with criminal charges.
And why do you believe that the victim's friends are not cooperating?
I didn't say that. I said they haven't come forward to police.
Okay. Why do you believe they haven't come forward to police?
I can say, I can only speculate at this time. Until they come and sit down and explain to me what went on that night or the reasons, I can only speculate, and I'm not prepared to do that.
Do you believe that these are the only two individuals that night who fired a weapon during this dispute?
Yes.
So Hassan Abdulli, he was with the deceased at the time? Were they traveling together? Is he one of the friends in the group?
Yes.
And he is believed to have returned fire?
Yes.
And he's the only one out of that group that you believe to have returned fire?
Yes.
And the victim was known to police?
The victim was known to police. Yes.
As is a suspect? As well as a suspect? Is the suspect known?
Which suspect are you
The
referring
one-
to?
The outstanding suspect, the shooter that you're looking for. That
Mr. Deary?
Yes.
Yes, he is known to police.
Have you done, sorry, I was just gonna ask, I've never seen this before where a friend of the deceased is also, I guess, listed here side by side with the shooter from the other end in a homicide. Have you done something like this before where the friend who I don't think hit anyone while discharging the firearm is also?
Well, the allegation is that he discharged a firearm, so that's a criminal offense.
Okay, so did he do it first? Like, is there any kind of
Well,
narrative?
I'm not going to be getting into, again, the exact sequence of events, only that these individuals are currently wanted. Mr. Deary is wanted for first-degree murder, and the associate of the deceased, Mr. Abdulli, is wanted for, and 52 Division will be dealing with that investigation.
Is he the driver, Mohammed? Is he the driver of that blue Elantra?
Again, I'm not going to get into the details because
How cooperative has the Somali community been with you in this? Is there...
well, you know, they've been fairly cooperative with me. Okay, thank you.
Joyce, I'd just like to clarify something. Sorry, I'm just getting some information here that on a weekend back in the summertime, there was an individual who died in a shooting, or rather, an apartment building by the same name as the person that is wanted for first-degree murder. There's no connection there. This is a press release issued by police. Mohammed Abdulkhadir of Toronto found dead in an apartment on the 22nd floor of the Edge at Triangle Park condo building on Lisgar Street.
Yeah, I'm not going to be commenting on what, if any, relationship there is. I just wanted to let you all know that Mr. Deary is wanted for first-degree murder, and he is armed and dangerous, and we are requesting that anybody who knows where he is or has any information with regards to his location to please contact the police immediately. And if Mr. Deary is watching this, I would advise him to speak to someone he trusts and seek competent counsel advice and to turn himself into the Toronto Police Service immediately.
So you're certain he wasn't a victim of a previous homicide in the summertime?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes today's conference.
sent out in the
Yeah,
This was
in separate or with the dual shot?
Pre-existing
Yeah, go with the names so you know what that is.
Perfect, thank you.
Between Mr. Geary
No problem.
and the deceased.